Welcome. Good to have you with us. For those who this is your first time, we're delighted to welcome you to our workshop this evening. I think you're going to be pleased and amazed at this company you're becoming a part of. It is a wonderful, wonderful program, wonderful people to work with. Delighted to have you. Those that have been with us before, welcome back. Good to have you with us. I hope it'll be something for every one of you tonight. My name is Kim Crowther. I'm the corporate presenter. Pretty glad to be here with you. What we're going to cover tonight in our workshop is we're going to talk a little bit about the support site. We're going to get into the Keep It Simple Smarty again for just a minute tonight. Then we'll get into the basics of the program, what it's all about, redeeming shopping points and packs, the fast track option, 30-day action plan to money success. And then we're going to do something called Worth It by the time we are done. So welcome, everyone. Let's jump in. I think you're all aware that Matt spends a tremendous amount of time and still is working on the Like and At support program. If you don't have this, please jot down that URL that's on your screen. I bring this up because of two reasons. One is I've been having a privilege lately of doing a lot of meetings with many people, and I read as much as I can the WhatsApp information. And I see a lot of times questions are being asked that the answer, it lies right here on the support website that you could just go to and look for. I know that it's probably sometimes easier to just ask Matt and have him answer. But I also know that by doing that, sometimes we might miss out on how much there is at the support site and what a gold mine it is. So just kind of as a fun little option, I thought I'd show you something a little bit different here tonight. So I went on just a little while ago and I clicked on partners, as you can see right there. And then I went down to how to present to partner. It's right here. And I went down to the fact sheet for partners, clicked on that, and it came up and it said, well, there's a fact sheet. You just need to click right here. You can download it. So I did. And here it is. I'd never seen that before anywhere. I got looking at it. It says more than 80% of our shoppers buy at local partners. I didn't know that. 78% of customers are more likely to buy from companies with a loyalty program. I didn't know that. 17% higher spending per purchase with a customer loyalty program. Very interesting. Kind of some fun statistics. Don't know that we'll ever need it, but it's nice to know that if we ever do, it's here for us. There's a resource for us. Also, it said something about going to partner.myworld.com. So I decided to go to partnermyworld.com. And as I went through that, I noticed there's testimonials. I had never seen these testimonials before. And I started reading them like this one. I am proud to be a longtime partner of MyWorld. It is exciting to meet customers from all parts of the world at my beach town vacation rental in sunny Southern California. Had it not been for MyWorld, I would have never connected with other partner businesses and suppliers in the food, leisure, gift, and travel industries to help me in my growing business. MyWorld is a unique loyalty program with a vision for the future. Now, the part of the reason that I'm bringing this up is because so often the questions I get or the help that is wanted is to help me to know what to say or help me to know what to do or maybe just talk to the people for me because I'm a little nervous. And two thoughts tonight. One is that I have a big tendency to do this. So those of you that have the same issue, I'm with you and I understand. I have to work on it. But some of you just need to know that you got every answer, every I dotted and T crossed and every answer that could be asked of you before you'll start. And the problem with that is that you'll spend hours on things you may never need, which is going to be helpful someday and interesting, but it's going to cost you a lot of money while you're waiting. And the thought here is just to get the basics of what we've talked about, and that is write down what you're going to say to a shopper, what you're going to say to a merchant, what you're going to say to a potential marketer, and just start. And if they ask you a question you seriously don't know the answer to, there's nothing wrong with saying, I don't know the answer to that. Promise I'll get back with you on that. Any others? Okay, I'll just reschedule with you. I've got a lot more to share with you. And when I do, I'll make sure that I get the answers to your questions. Great question. Don't get scared. Don't get nervous. Don't make it a big deal. I mean, how many people do you know that work with companies for years and they don't know all the answers? And so just don't make it harder than it is. Keep it simple, smarty, if you will. But one of the things that I talked about last week for quite a bit, I'll be brief tonight, was we talk too much. And again, even of the meetings of this week, one of the biggest things I see is that we have a tendency to just, and again, I know part of it is because we love our company so much and everything's fantastic. I mean, everything. And so you want people to know it's good to be with a company that's been around this long and it's so big and it's so successful. I mean, it's growing so fast, 16 to 17,000 shoppers in a couple of months difference, and 400,000 to 500,000 retailers. I mean, it's just amazing how fast it's growing. But part of the problem with that is everybody doesn't know, and so it's too much. And we're trying to put it all in a funnel, and then people just kind of shut us off, or we lose them because of that. So one more time, think what you're going to say before you talk. Write it out. Be confident in your verbiage and approach, and don't make it harder than it is. So I'm going to give you an example here of what that means. I'm going to say the same thing 2 different ways. You ready? This is an example of maybe talking or wanting to get involved with a merchant. I work with an affiliate marketing company with over 17 million members and over 500,000 participating merchants. We have partnered with major chains like Amazon, Walmart, Home Depot, Whole Foods, major restaurants, airlines, hotel chains all across the country. We are now focusing on helping local businesses so you can receive the same benefits as the larger chain stores. All right, here's example 2. Hi, my name is Kim Crowther. I'm with MyWorld, which is the largest benefits program provider in the world. We have most of the chain and large stores like Walmart, Home Depot, Amazon, Delta, etc. in our program already. We are now focusing on helping local businesses so you can receive the same benefits as the larger chain stores. Now, obviously, you liked one or the other better, or you like parts of one and parts of the other one, and you want to mix them. Again, I'm not trying to give you verbiage. I'm trying to give you an idea. What makes sense to you? What's comfortable? What's going to flow off of your mouth so you don't have to worry about it? Say it in your words, not in somebody else's. Change the order if you need. Mix the two. Come up with something that fits for you and comfortable for you. Then you'll quit worrying about it. Because I just need to talk about who we are. That'll flow because you're comfortable with it. You're confident with it. And please notice, someone might really like one of these better than the other one. But for everyone that does that, there's probably someone that likes the other one better than that one. So don't make it harder than it is. Don't get too worried about it. When we're nervous, we have a tendency to talk too much or talk more or be thinking to ourselves, not listening. What am I going to say next? What if they ask me this? And that is really a problem in being successful. We mentioned last week, 80-90% of the people buy you, the rest buy your product or in spite of you. Be someone people want to do business with, people are confident with or would like to talk to. And then this last one, don't talk over them. I see this a lot where people aren't really listening to what the potential customer or person we're going to work with is saying. They're so much concerned about what they're going to say next. The problem is they can see that. They can see you're not really looking at them or listening, or your eyes are glossing over. They can see that. So all of a sudden they're going, well, he or she's not really care what I'm saying. They just want to tell me. So then what happens? They take a step back. And we hurt ourselves. The program would be totally successful, but we caused our own problem. So again, just don't worry so much. Just get in and talk to them. You already know. If there was a test, I'm sure all of you would pass it about the information about MyWorld. You're wonderful. And you new people, you'll have it real quick. The basics are so cool. I mean, think about it. Been in business 20 years, over 17 million shoppers, 500,000 merchants, small to medium-sized merchants in our program, over approximately 1,000 employees, the largest benefits program provider in the world, ranked number 1 by Newsweek in the United States for 2023 as the best loyalty program. I mean, it isn't that much we have to remember. It's just every one of them is very powerful. So just relax and let it flow and write down those highlights so that when you need them, or you can check off after you've mentioned them and you've said it and not have to worry, did I already say that? And then I'm going to cover one last one from a call I made today that, again, may be helpful to some of you. And here's what it is. Don't let them get distracted. Now, people can get distracted for a lot of reasons. I was on a Zoom call with a business person, and sometimes their place of business distracts them. And I found it's better to just stop when you need and just wait until they're ready. And if it happens multiple times, say, if we need to, we can reschedule this and I can come back at another time that's better for you. Because if you're just trying to get through it and they're totally distracted and not listening, then they're just going to tell you, see ya. But if you're able to stop and say, what I have is too valuable. I don't want you to miss any of this. And I understand I have a business too, how hard it is. Should we reschedule, or do you think we can just carve out maybe 5 minutes here? And be surprised. If they're interested, they'll all of a sudden snap up and say, yeah, no, I'm sorry. Really, I do want to hear this. If they're not, then you might as well be blown off now rather than scheduling a meeting and then they don't show up. So don't let them get distracted. And then I'm going to approach that now a different way. As I was meeting today with this person, they're involved with a company that's very large. And so you have to go through the first layer before you get to the CEO. And she was an extremely nice person. And as I was presenting to her the information, talking about what the program could do for their business, I found her writing notes so heavily that I'm ready to go on, and she's still writing notes and listening. And so I just stopped and waited, and then I could tell she felt a little embarrassed because I was having to wait for her. Well, believe me, she should have been embarrassed because I was delighted that what I was saying mattered so much she wanted to write it down. So then I simply said, I'd be happy to send you the highlights of what I'm sharing with you so you won't have to worry about forgetting or missing something important that I'm saying, and you can just make notes of the highlights, and hopefully that'll make this much more fun for you. Oh, it was like a relief. She sat back and she goes, thank you. That'd be great because I really want to hear what you're saying, but I need to write down enough so that I can present it to my boss so that they will get the true picture and we can move forward. And so sometimes just little things. Remember, we're just people, two human beings talking to each other. Look at them. Think what they're going through. Think of ways to be able to just communicate with them. Make them laugh, have some fun, and see if we can't, do better, because MyWorld is awesome. LikeANet is awesome. We have the power. We have the information. We have the program. We have the proof. We have the pudding, if you will. The key is just disseminating it, getting it out to our people. Well, thank you. I had fun with that little section right there. I spent a lot of hours each week thinking about just those few moments, hoping that some little thing might help some of you and help you move forward and become more successful in your number of deals you close, etc. Now, this is really great for those that are also new. I want to share with you some of the very important basics of MyWorld and LikeANet and the importance of them and how they work. I hope this will be also a little eye-opening to some of you seasoned people with us tonight as well. So just a quick review. As you know, there's three basic ways of people shopping through the MyWorld program. One of those is when we go to small to medium-sized businesses, we'll use Scan and Go. We can shop on 20,000 merchants or more online anytime we wish. And then, of course, we can go to the chains and the large businesses, the Walmart, Home Depots, Amazon, et cetera, using the e-gift card or e-gift vouchers, if you will. But regardless of how we shop, where we shop, or who we shop with in the program, each time we shop, we have the opportunity to receive up to 25% cash back and up to 25% in shopping points, which is the cool part. And as a shopper, we can join for free and use it for free. So how fun is that? But something I wanted to point out, we all know what cash is. What are these shopping points and how do they work and what can I do with those and what's their value? Well, actually, one of my favorite things to do with shopping points is to convert them to cash. We pretty much figure out what to do with cash anytime. There are two ways to do that. One, we can redeem each shopping point equivalent, or it redeems for $1 with cashback deals. Now, cashback deals is simply going to be on our app. And as you can see over here, let's say that we already have 100 shopping points from purchases we've already made, and the shopping points we've received, they're in our account, and shopping points don't expire. So they're already there. And we'd like to maybe get some value out of those shopping points. So we simply come down and we click on cashback deals. And when we do, it will show us the merchants that are right now providing cashback deals. So let's take an example. Let's say that we were getting ready to take a cruise, and we realized that right here on MyWorld, we could book through Celebrity and get cash back and shopping points. We're pretty excited about that. And then we realize it's a cashback deal. So we decide to purchase a $1,000 e-gift card for our Celebrity cruise to pay for that cruise. And the minute we do, as soon as we purchase it, we receive 90 shopping points, right? But wait a minute, because it's a cashback deal, we receive $90 cash back to your account right now. So that means your cruise actually cost you $910 instead of $1,000, because we were able to now redeem our shopping points from the 100 we already had and convert those to cash. So now we ended up saving that money. Is that just cool or cool? Now, there's the other way that we can redeem those shopping points versus doing cashback deals, and we can do both always, is we can just let all the shoppers in our network redeem them for us. The shoppers we've signed up, and then all the people that we brought in, and the marketers and merchants that we brought in, the people they sign up. Well, that's pretty cool. Well, let me show you what I mean. As you understand how you and I make commission and bonus for when people buy in our organization, pardon me, let's say this is us in the center here. These are people that we've shared the shopping program with. And of course, they share it with many others. And so what happens is all these people in our organization start using the MyWorld platform. We get paid up to 1% marketing bonus on every dollar they spend. So that's pretty cool. Now, I realize 1% doesn't sound like a lot, and it's not, except when it adds up and it grows. Then it can become pretty exciting. But what I didn't know for the longest time is not only do we get that marketing bonus, but their purchases redeem our shopping points automatically for us without having to do anything. For every dollar cash back these shoppers receive, they redeem one of our shopping points. So let's take an example. Let's say that we have these 100 points in our account. We could certainly do the cashback deal we just talked about, or we could just let our organization take care of it for us. Because now, as we're receiving our marketing bonus and commission for their shopping, remember, each time they receive $1 cash back, that converts $1 of our shopping points to cash for us. So then automatically over time, we're going to get $100 in cash without having to do anything but sign up shoppers. Is that cool or cool? So if you have shopping points, they will be redeemed at the same time as we're making money as a marketing bonus. Absolutely amazing. So the thought that really hit me hard when I first understood this is, I want as many shopping points as I can get. I realized when I'm first starting my business, it's going to be small, but I'm going to show you at the very end how fast that can grow, and how if we don't have shopping points, we're going to just miss out on money that we could have made and that we just miss out on. So the thought is, I need to get more shopping points, because when I get shopping points, no matter how I get them, they go into my account and they don't expire. So as my business starts to grow and more shoppers come on, pretty soon they're going to be able to redeem more shopping points than I have. And that means I just missed out on free money, if you will. So the question became, can I get shopping points and build those up? And especially knowing as my business grows, I'll want as many as I can have as it continues to grow. And the answer is yes. We can benefit from our shopping network by taking advantage of something called shopping point packs. Now, I want to be a little upfront with you tonight on this. I may be the only one on this call, and you guys can let me know later, but because I have been a public speaker for 30 years, I have been approached, I think, by 1,362 multi-level marketing companies. Okay, just kidding, but so many. I would just join them, pay the $500 and just never do anything, because it was easier than trying to tell people that I really wasn't interested. And so I've seen so many, and I tried some and actually really enjoyed a couple, but I was frustrated. So the first time I saw this, I kept looking for the catch. When I saw the meeting, you brand new people tonight, when I saw the meeting, if you saw the one I gave last Tuesday night, I was looking, what's the catch with this thing? Nobody does this where you don't have to put money to join. You don't have to put money to download the app. You don't have to pay money to get cash back and shopping points. It's free ongoing. Nobody allows you to get into the business without having to spend at least $500 to buy some pack or kit. Nobody does this. There's always a catch. And so I kept looking for it, and there was never a catch. And I'm going, whoa. So I came in a little biased. I had a little bit of negativity I was carrying with me because of my experience. Now you know again why I get so excited about this program, because and why I keep telling you I've never seen anything like it. It's not a guess. It's from experience over 30 plus years. So when I found out that you can do everything I'm going to show you tonight, quote, as far as building your business and growing and being levels and growth and income without ever having to do what I'm showing you now, that's exciting. You don't have to do what I'm showing you. The reason I'm showing you is because it's exciting and because of the benefits it brings, and it's a choice you get to make, don't have to do. We can now, whenever we want, we can purchase what's called shopping point packs. And we get up to 75% discount when we do this. So an example, like the smallest shopping point pack we can purchase is the $149 pack, if you will. Now, what means that we would use our credit card or our bank, and we would say, I'd like to buy the 149 shopping point pack. But when we do, we use a factor of 2. That means we receive 300 shopping points immediately into our account. So now, as our shoppers continue to do what they're always going to do, shop, they're going to eventually redeem, and that $149 will come back to us doubled, $300. Is that amazing or what? Well, pretty cool. We can actually purchase up to 3 maximum shopping packs per month. If we do the 3-pack, it's even better. As you can see, that would be $447, but we receive a factor of 4. We receive 1,800 shopping points. So do the math with me. We decide to buy the 447 3-pack, and now those are going to go into our account and never expire as time goes on. We build our business. Those shoppers will convert that $447 in essence to $1,800. Is that amazing or what? You know, if you're serious about building your business, to me, it's like you're just putting money in the bank, because you know that these shoppers are going to eventually redeem those points for you, or quickly, depending on how fast you build your business. So I hope that's exciting for you to get some information about, to learn about, talk with the people that invited you here for more clarification. Anytime, if any of you can't get answers or there's any frustration, I'm going to show you at the end how you can reach out to me, and I'll do my best to get with you and answer any questions you might have. But what's fun about this is that I just showed you the purpose of shopping point packs, quote, right? But wait, watch the benefits and bonuses that come with the shopping point pack. And I've already told you the cost and how it works. So the first thing is we get discounted shopping points. The second one is we get something called MSP Asia points. For those that are brand new, this is a new one. It allows us to become shareholder of the company in the future. Now, the way that works is each time we make a shopping point pack purchase, we receive not only the shopping points, but we also receive with a single pack 200 MSP Asia, with a triple 1,200 MSP Asia. Now, what does that mean? Well, for those that are new, for the past few years, a couple of years, et cetera, the company, when we purchased like this, has been having the people receive what was called MSP International. And what that is, it was a section primarily in Europe that the company had forged out of the entire world. It created to becoming, which it just did a few weeks ago, it converted to shares of the company. So all the people who had been getting these MSP International points, they were converting. And they converted to shares they can sell, shares that they keep, shares that pay ongoing dividends. It's amazing. I mean, as an old stock person, that just really got me excited. And that's just a bonus. And I'll show you a little bit how that turned out. It's been fantastic. So now that part of the company has gone into shares, they now are offering these MSP points for Asia, which is the next part of the MyWorld organization that'll be going into shares in the future. And part of the reason we get so excited is because you can see when those shares came out, they were valued at $500 a share. Now, you could sell them for that price, keep them, whatever you wish. But what's really cool is we don't know how the next one will do. No one does. All I can do is show you the past and give you an example. But the reason we're so excited is the population base is going to be MyWorld Asia is about 4 billion people more than the population base of MyWorld International, and you can see how that's done. So even if you don't even know what I'm talking about, get excited. This is pretty cool. It's a side benefit to getting shopping point packs. Please enjoy. Another one is we get career points. I'm just going to touch on this tonight, how we get paid, how we make money, the kind of money we can make with the company right now. Now, shopping creates career points, and career points are, in essence, how we get paid. So one of the beautiful things is, when we buy a shopping point pack, we get not only shopping points and MSP Asia points, we also get career points, 75 for a single, 225 for a triple pack of shopping point packs. Again, free. That's a bonus, a benefit that we receive. Now that becomes pretty important, and I don't have time to get in detail tonight, but let me just give you an idea. There are 8+ levels in the Like-A-Net program for pay and that we can attain. Now, an example, the first three, 1, 2, 3, this is a projection about how much a month a person would make, and it's very much on the conservative side, as you will see. But 75, 1, 300, 2, and 3, 750. Now, I don't know about you, but we've got people that are reaching level 3 in a month. Some people it takes longer. Some people haven't. I mean, it's up to you. There's no requirements you have to meet to be there. Just go as what makes sense to you and as fast as you'd like. But I want you to know there are people doing this in a month. Well, the nice thing about that is, who wouldn't like an extra $750 a month coming in? How fun is that? How many things could you do with that? How much stress could that take off your life? Or how many things that you want to do that you can, that's extra income? And of course, by the time you're level 3, it just gets easier. You know it, you understand it, you're comfortable with it. And so it's easy to grow. Now in levels 4, 5, and 6, we're looking at $1,800 to $12,000 a month. Now again, my finding is many people at $12,000 a month are able to review and relook at their life. Are they happy with what they're doing? Do they want to make some changes? If you're older, could you maybe start cutting back on the other, or could you now move into this career full time and quit the other one? I mean, there's so many options that we can do, and so much opportunity with this. Start part-time, grow it to full-time, whatever we wish to do, but nice income. What if something happens in your work right now and you lose your job, or you can't work? The income stops. In most businesses, here it doesn't. You'll see people don't quit shopping just because you're not doing anything. If they're using the program, they're typically going to keep using the program. And so that the revenue is generated. Now, as we grow into level 7 and 8, it becomes pretty exciting. At level 7, we're looking at $30,000 a month. At level 8, we're looking at $75,000. Now, I just want you to know there's actually levels above 8, and the people that are in those levels, another day we'll talk about the kind of income that is monthly that they're earning right now. But I just want you to know there's no cap here. Please enjoy. For those that have big goals and dreams and desires, you're in the right place. For those that just want extra income, you're in the right place. And just watch and see what happens as you start working on extra income. But it's a phenomenal program, and that pertains back to career points, which you'll learn more about in the future. But what I love is it produces something which is my favorite: residual income. People don't stop eating. People don't stop shopping. People don't stop traveling. If they're in the MyWorld program, who's going to give up cash back? Times get tough. They want cash back even more importantly. Who's going to give up shopping points? Free program, free to use. And we're just getting bigger every day. So I love that comfort that comes with it, helps us with career points and our future. We are also able to register merchants for free and get paid on the shopping done by all the people they bring into MyWorld. What does that mean? Typically, normally, there is a cost of $749 for a merchant to become a partner with MyWorld, to be in the program, to get immediate access to the 17 million shoppers, etc. But you and I now have a way to be able to make that for free for our personal merchants. Now, what happens is, if we purchase a single pack, it doesn't really affect this part. But if we purchase 2 packs or 3 packs, all of a sudden that changes. We get the same shopping points. Nothing changes on that in the MSP Asia. But with 2, we get 1 partnership. That means we now can take that code and assign it to a new merchant that we bring in, and it will waive the $749 so you can bring them in, quote, for free. If we do a 3-pack, we receive 3 merchant codes. Now remember, that's for a program we've already talked about. The reason we do it is so we can make money on the shopping points. These are just additional benefits that come buying a shopping point pack. How fun is that? Now, please remember, we can do this business without having to purchase or buy anything. just through our normal everyday shopping and helping others to do their normal everyday shopping. I hope everybody remembers that. Just relax. There's no catch here. But by seeing the opportunity that we would otherwise not know and what it provides is pretty rewarding and pretty exciting for us. Now, there's another benefit here as we start to grow our business and we get 3 active marketers right below us in our organization. When we reach that point, which should be pretty soon, but when we reach that, we get additional benefits. We basically get double. Over here on a single pack for $149, we would get 300. But if we have 3 active marketers, we get 600 shopping points. We would get 200 MSPAs, and we get 400 here. So you can see how wonderful that is. It just doubles everything, 900 to 1,800, 1,800 to 3,600. So no more outlay, no more cost. Just the more we grow our business, the more we are able to gain, the more blessed we are, if I can use that verbiage. So to me, it gets really, really exciting to know that we have that opportunity. And of course, it helps prepare us for adding merchants, because now if we're doing 3 shopping point packs a month, we get 6 partnership codes for the same amount of money we would just get 3. So it gives us incentive, and everything you can see is designed to help you to know where to spend your time to grow your income the fastest way possible. So that brings up the question, what are the requirements to get paid as an active marketer status? And here it is. There are 2 basic requirements to be considered active. One of those is that you have registered 5 shoppers at least who have each made 1 purchase of at least $10 or more. And that's pretty, hopefully easy to do. 5 shoppers who have made 1 purchase of $10 or more. So hopefully everybody, that one is one we can do. We can work with our friends and loved ones and meet that one pretty easy if all else. But the next one is you and your shoppers together spend $3,000 for daily shopping each month, total for the month. That can be any combination. 10 of you doing $300 a month, which is quite normal or conservative actually for the amount of money people spend in a month. It can be 30 people. It can be whatever you wish, but any combination, so that because of you and your organization, there's $3 shopping volume each month. However, there is another option for the second one. We can either do $3,000 per month, or we can just purchase a shopping pack monthly order. Just one, that 1, 2, 3, whatever we choose, that will be the second part. So that means all we need is a one-time registered 5 shoppers who've made 1 purchase each for $10 or more, and we buy a shopping point pack a month. There you go. So please relax. There's a way to do it without having to, purchase the pack. Please understand, there's also a way that you can use that as an additional benefit that you didn't even know. I didn't even know that was available for months after I first came here. To me, it was like, oh, that is so good. And so then you can receive up to 1% marketing bonus on all shopping of your customers and all the people you brought in and there. So it gets to be pretty fun. All right, let me cover this if I could. Now, one more time, this is a plan that we said we would show you in our meeting earlier in the week. We would show you ways to build income much more quickly. This one does require an initial outlay of money. So if that's not doable for you, please learn this and enjoy it and keep it in the back of your mind for the future. If it is doable for you, sit up, get out your pen and paper. Let's see if we can speed up your process. It's called a 30-day action plan for reaching career level 2, or we call it just simply the fast track. It requires an upfront out-of-pocket commitment minimum of 1 month of $447. What is that for? Because we're going to purchase the 3 shopping point pack and get everything we just talked about. Now that means we'll put up $447, but receive $1,800 plus value in shopping points. Now, please remember, this is not required or necessary to succeed and to accomplish all the levels in MyWorld and Like-a-Net, but it makes it a much faster way typically to do this, and a much more stable and quick way to do that, and consistent. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the commitment that we're going to buy 3 shopping point packs each month. Now, our goal here is that we only have to pay for it the first month. From then on, we'll be making more than the $447. So in essence, it's free to us. Well, how do we do that? Well, our commitment is that we're going to sign up and buy 3. Then we're going to find 3 people to do the same. That's it. 3 people to do the same. What are they going to do? They're each going to commit to buying 3 shopping point packs in a month. Now, what happens? So by the time we do that, let's say it took us a couple of weeks. At that point, that would be a total of 12 shopping point packs that were being purchased through our little organization right here. Well, that's 900 career points. That is more than enough to reach level 1. So let's see, at the end of 2 weeks, what would our earnings be? This is the compensation plan. We would earn $176. So if that's all we did in the month, well, then the next month when we sign up, when we get our 3 shopping point packs, as our commitment is, we've already got 176. So now we're coming out of our pocket 271. Are you with me? You can see how this very quickly eliminates all costs going out of our pocket. Now, ideally, our goal here is that we help them to get 3 people each. Everybody just needs to do 3. And if we can do that even in a month, well, then we're already going to be beyond what we need. So let's take an example. They each go out and they start getting their 3 people apiece. Watch. By the time each one has done 1 and one of them has done 2, that is enough to make it so next month we will be making more than we are paying out of $447 a month. Are you with me? How cool is that? So that's 4 people in an organization below them, and we're now making more than our cost. So you can imagine by the time we finish all of those out so that they each have 3, where that does. But let's just give an example. With just 4 people, it puts us at career level 2 at the end of the month. Or what if it takes 2 months? You know, we've shown you both examples here. Well, that's 1,800 career points. That means that our pay at the end of that time is $488. The next month we've committed to do $447. We're profitable in our second or third month with the examples I've shared with you. Absolutely amazing. Now, as the process continues and we help our 3 finish getting their 3, they enjoy the same benefits we do, and it advances all of our career levels. Absolutely amazing. The key here is we get 3, they get 3, we live happily ever after. Now, let me just share with you why it may be worth it to go talk to 15 people to get 3 that will actually do this program. Now, I know some of you, it's hard to talk to people and we're afraid, but how much work are you going to do over your entire life to make the same amount of money that would take to do here if we'll just do it for a few weeks? Let me show you what I mean. Career level 8, this is from the last big convention. These are people that came up on stage and they just showed them what their check was that month when they attained career level 8. Now, our projection here is that people, if they'll use this fast track program I just introduced to you correctly and faithfully, they can reach level 8 in 6 to 12 months, realistically. So perfect would be 6 months. Obviously, if it takes longer, it could be longer. But let me just show you what that means. The cost to start a new business just for the information is simply $20,000 to $50,000. That doesn't include the buildings or any of the costs or products. With Lycanet, the potential is only $477 to a couple of $1,000s if it takes you longer to get your 3 people all signed up with their 3. Next, typical time it takes to start up a new business, their new startup business to become profitable, 2 to 3 years. Lycanet, 2 to 4 months. Next, level 8 in 6 months to a year is realistic. What does that mean income-wise? Their checks were $106,000 that month, $92,000, $110,000. I'm just saying, if you're willing to do some work, do a little sacrifice, talk to a few people, get this in motion. How long is it going to take you to do that otherwise? How many jobs are you going to have and how long will you work? And then think about it. People are still going to shop. So when we attain that through this program, it's exciting where it goes from here. I hope that's helpful to you. I hope it's beneficial. Thanks to the Lycanet and MyWorld partnership, there's something for everyone. We can become a shopper, become a marketer, become a merchant. We can become all 3. And it's as simple as just enrolling and no cost to do so. Well, I wanted to then close, if I would, with what I call worth it. I've shown this to those that have been with us for a while. I'd like to combine them a little bit differently tonight. Those that are new to us, this to me is extremely important and impactful. And I hope it makes an impression that's indelible on you, that'll help you to overcome the times when you're tired or don't want to talk to someone, because you realize that it's so worth it, because the more you do, the less you'll have to in the future talk to someone, and how quickly that changes into a life of residual income. Now, I've used this story before. I'd like to share it with you for 2 reasons tonight. The first one is that it's very inspiring. Steve Sunich is the person who introduced me to MyWorld. He's a personal friend, which I treasure immensely. He's extremely smart and a good person. But his situation, bad things happen to good people too, is he states in his words, I was introduced to MyWorld at the end of 2018, and I followed this basic program, the fast track we just introduced to you. I grew to career level 5 before I found out I had cancer. At about the same time, COVID hit. So I stopped everything and focused 100% of my attention on my health. Now, when you do that with any other conventional job, you pretty much lost your income. Thanks to MyWorld, many of my team kept shopping and saving money, and my team kept slowly growing without him. In June of 2023, I was contacted by MyWorld leadership and was told they were going to relaunch MyWorld in the US in July. They were going to name Matt Ferk, who is a personal friend of Steve's, as the MyWorld US CEO, which they did, thank goodness. The next two slides show what I earned in June of 2023 and the value of my share. So understand, he stopped working in business, 18. Here he is in 2023 when he starts to get back into the business. His income for the last month, which was July, when he first heard about jumping back in, was $8,140. Nothing to sneeze about. For something you haven't done for how long? That is absolutely mind-boggling. Residual income. And about the same time, that's when MyWorld International converted to shares. And you can see the amount of shares that he had through his points converted to, that is euro, about $59,000 of shares that he was given from his MSP International points. I know this is a lot. I know it's a lot to contain. Don't worry. Everything is this. It's just fun. The more you know, the better it gets. There's no negatives here. There's no take it backs here. Just enjoy. And if you don't understand, don't worry about it. You get it automatically. It'll be yours. And then as you do understand it, it just gets more and more fun. Now, I'd like to close, if I could, with one other example that I haven't shared for a long time. Another person who I met when I first heard about MyWorld like Annette shared with me his situation from a different perspective. I want to share it with you. This person, over his multi-year career, has done the following. He had registered at that time a total of 7 marketers. Only 7. He had introduced and had 15 shoppers in his organization, and he had helped 11 businesses, merchants, to become a part of MyWorld and one of the merchants. Now, please, from my opinion, for being in the business for a long period of time, that is not a lot. And yet, now, as a few months ago, he now has around 53,000 people in 28 countries in his organization, from 7 marketers, 15 shoppers, and 11 businesses. I hope this is coming through the way that I feel it. It's worth taking the time to read and understand and go on the Like Annette website, the service site and support site, and learn. And you're going to find the videos that Matt has are so informative, and you'll learn things you weren't asking that'll be helpful to you, give you confidence, give you support, give you strength. Just when you have time, take a minute, learn and enjoy, ask questions. I would recommend also that anyone that you're talking with about this business, one of your choices you have is every Tuesday and Saturday, we have a live, probably about a 20-minute presentation where we take the basics, give them a quick introduction to MyWorld and what it does and what it offers, and lightly on Like Annette. Some of you are here tonight because of that meeting. Here's the information. Here's the business link, the QR code. You can invite people for free to that anytime. If you have a conflict with their schedule, we now have that meeting on demand. Reach out to the person who invited you here. They can get you the link so that you can send them that meeting and they can watch it at their own leisure. If you can't find out, then you can reach out to me and I will make sure that I get that information to you. You can also reserve private times or workshops with me, private meetings. The request is you have at least 8 people involved for a workshop or a meeting. But I'll go so far to say, unless it's abused incorrectly, if you need help individually, see if I have the time. I'd love to help anybody any way we can. So here is the URL to do that. You just type that in, it'll come up and say, would you like to block a segment? And it only gives you the option of 60 minutes, but we can talk for 10, we can talk for 5, up to a maximum of 60 when you book that meeting. It asks you what you need, what you're looking for, what you want to talk about. Please fill that out. I need to have some preparation time and some warning of what we're going to cover in that meeting so I can best help you. It asks you for your email and your phone number. Please, I can't communicate with you without those. And I've had people who sometimes miss meetings and I can't call them to tell them, hey, get on, I'm ready, let's go. So please, if you would, just take a minute when you fill that out and just know it'll help you, let alone help me, and I would appreciate it greatly. In addition, I just want to remind all of you and those that are new, oh my gosh, we're going to have a convention for the U.S. market, if you will. And it's going to be, well, I think the North American continent. And it's going to be held in Lanier Islands in Georgia. We are calling it Sensation. If you'll go on to the Licanet support site, you can click on videos and future meetings and company information, etc., and you'll actually see all of this information. It'll tell you the dates, where it's at, what it includes, what to plan on. As you can see, once you get there, pretty much everything else is taken care of for you. Now, it talks about the pricing, etc., but the incentives are amazing. We received 300 career points for attending, 2,000 MSP Asia points, 2 partner codes. Now, that's worth more than the cost of the Sensation training for 3 days, etc. And the total package cost to us is $949. Obviously, we get more value than that by far with the incentives that come with it. So I would suggest if you have questions on that, first and foremost, just go to the Licanet support site and everything is there. It'll show you how to register, how to get answers to questions, everything. I hope this has been helpful to all of you in some way tonight. Those that are new, welcome. I'm excited to have you, delighted, never look back, enjoy. We'll look forward to meeting with you, helping you any way we can. For those that have been with us a while, gosh, good to have you with us tonight. Keep going, keep doing what you're doing. Welcome to MyWorld and Licanet Marketing.